Yo, what's going on, family? What's good? Noah got to hear Mr. Laptop Lifestyle. If you didn't know, now you know I'm trying to grow. Welcome to my Facebook page, or if you're watching this from YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. And on my channel, I'm basically going to be showing you guys ways to make money all from your phone. And one of the ways that I make money from my phone is Forex trading, like foreign exchange trading. So, yeah, I just want to start doing these weekly analysis, right? And what I trade is gold. So each week I want to do these analysis, right? Free analysis. You guys can jump on here and see how I mark up my chart, right? So, yeah, let's get into it. First off, I want to start by saying I thank God for another day. I thank God for you guys. I thank God for this opportunity, for this value I'm going to be able to give you guys. Thank God for any coaches, any mentors that I've had up to this point. Very grateful for my health, mindset, clothes on my back, shoes on my feet, shelter over my head. Very grateful for everybody that I have in my life, friends, enemies, haters, um, everybody. Yeah, very grateful, very grateful. Right. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so what you're seeing here is tradingview.com. Right. So if you want to head over to tradingview.com, and it's free to register. Right. You also can get a subscription if you want to add some extra like features to this, like being able to rewind and fast forward. But yeah, it's not required, so you can use the free version. Right. So first thing that you want to do once you jump over to tradingview.com, well, the first thing that I do is I head over to Forex Factory. Okay, Forex Factory is going to tell you the major news events that are going to be dropping. Okay, so this is just going to let you know what's going on basically in the world. People that are going to speak, like politicians, people that are of importance, right, that are going to affect the market. So yeah, you come here, look at the news events, go to calendar, and then go to the day, right? So you can see here, um, tomorrow will be Monday. So I usually trade around 8:30 a.m. Eastern time to about 11, right, 10:30, 11 a.m. That's usually the times that I trade. I usually turn on my bot around 2 a.m. and run it to about 7 a.m. Eastern time. So what I'm looking for, these are folders that are categorized in three different colors, right? Red representing high impact news, orange representing mild, and then yellow representing low impact. Okay, so once you see a red folder, that just means there's going to be high impact news, which is going to make the market volatile, right? Volatile means the market's just going up and down all kind of ways, right? So, for example, like, so big moves like this, when you see stuff like this happen, when it comes all the way and spikes up and then spikes all the way down, spikes all the way back up, right? This was probably a major news event. And that's when you see those red folders, that's the type of stuff that will happen when that red folders drop, right? So you just got to be prepared, right? Just to brace yourself. That's all you got to use this for. At first, when you're first trading and you see red folder news in the pair that you may be trading, just be cautious, right? I would say at first, start with the demo account and work your way up that way, right? Start on demo account, trade during news, and then get it down packed to the point where it doesn't really affect you, right? When the news hits, you're still able to trade. So you want to get to that point. At first, it's going to shock you, right? You see red folder news, and then you see how the market starts to move all crazy. It's going to shock you, and sometimes you may even blow your account, right? You may blow a few accounts, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to trade news, right? People make a lot of money during news events like these red folders when they drop. So that's the point you want to get to. All right. But yeah, for now, just be cautious. If you're just now a new trader, I would probably stay out of the market. If you're using one of my bots, then yeah, you definitely want to turn off the bot at least an hour before the red folders drop, okay, just to be safe. All right. So yeah, I come over here for X Factory. I see what's going on, and then once I see that everything's cool, come back over here to tradingview.com. So first thing I do, I go to the pair, and you just click right here, type type in the pair that you want to trade. Like I said, I trade gold. So gold, it'll pop up like this, right? Then you want to go to this time frame, go to the daily, scroll down to the daily time frame, and like this here. So first thing that I ask myself is which way is the market going? Right? That's the first question I ask myself. Which way is the market going? Which way is the trend of the market? So the way I figure out the trend is if price is starting in the bottom left, working its way to the top right, that's an uptrend. Okay? And then the opposite way for downtrend. If price is starting in the top left to the bottom right, that's a downtrend. Okay? So you can see here clearly gold is in an overall uptrend. Okay, and for a pair to be in a trend, for it to be a trend for me, I have to at least connect at least 2 to 3 points on my trend line. Right? So I start from the bottom, and I just play connect the dots. Right, draw that trend line. This is where you get the trend line tool over here. Tools are. Let's come over here, click that, go to trend line, and you can draw your line. Right, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure that there's at least 2 to 3 points hitting on your trend line, right? So you see here, you got one hit here, two, little third right there. Right? So this is the trend line. You can see prices going up to a certain point, coming down to a certain point, coming up, right? And now we are at an all-time high on gold. So yeah, that's the very first thing that I do. Then I ask myself, okay, I see the trend of the market. I've identified that. Now I want to identify what zone we are in. Okay, zones are support and resistance. All right, so the way that I figure out my support and resistance just real quick is I look for major reversal points. Right? Major reversal points. So when I see um, this right here, you see this point where my mouse is at, it's a major reversal point right here. Here would be considered a major reversal point. Up here again, right here, right up here is forming one just recently. My mouse is at, all right. Major reversal point right here. Okay, so these major reversal points, these are places where price is resistance or some type of support, right? Where it's not going below or going above that point. Every time that it gets to that point, it has some type of resistance, some type of reaction, right? Where it goes in the opposite direction. So yeah, once you identify your major reversal points, and you can circle them if you want. Come over here, use the circle. Okay, so you see from there, copy. All right, so let's just identify a few more. And you don't have to identify every single one. It just needs to be like 2 to 3 of them for you to really see that it's a place of resistance or support. So there, there, okay. All right, so yeah, these are major reversal points. Okay, these bottom ones will represent our support. The top one represent our new resistance area. Okay. So yeah, if you want to identify all the major reversal points, you can, but you really don't need to. But yeah, just to give yourself a general direction of where you're seeing resistance at right one level. So now we got our major reversal points identified, and we could start to identify our support and resistance if we zoom in a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got a few other ones that we can So where you see these circles at, these are places where price saw some type of resistance, some type of reversal. Right? So yeah, once you have that identified, now we can identify our resistance and support. Okay, so these two bottom circles right here, these would be some type of support for us. So we can grab our rectangle, make these a little bit smaller. We're going to grab our rectangle. Okay, so that's going to be our support area. And we have our resistance up top. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a general area, but you want to make sure that you get at least the wicks right of where price is coming up to and turning around. Um, that will let you know, right? That's an area of resistance or area of support, right? Anytime you see these long wicks forming, that's also confirmation that there's going to be some type of reversal. Okay. So you see here right now we are in this zone on the daily time frame for gold. Okay. And once you have this identified, right? Once you have the trend of the market identified, once you have your support, your resistance, um, you're basically right? You can identify where prices could go from here. It's a little bit easier, right? Because we can see here price started here, went up to our resistance area, tried to come back down and retest our support, went back up to our resistance area, came down to our support, and now you see these bullish candles forming, which could got, which could let you know, right, that price is probably going to try to retest this resistance area again, or it could break this support and then making this support area or the resistance area, new support area would be here. Okay, and you see why it would be there, right? You guys that are watching, you see why it would be here because this is a major reversal point. Make this circle a bit small. This is a major reversal point, so this would be our next area of support, right? That's if it breaks that support. But if it respects the support, most likely it's going to come back up to test this resistance area. Okay, so what you could do is get in for a long-term buy, right, and set your stop loss somewhere around here, around 2290, and then ride it up all the way to this resistance, back to that resistance. Right? Now, if it comes back down to the support, I would wait to see if it breaks it. If it does, then that's going to let us know that it's going to come probably work its way back there. Okay. And what I usually notice is that when I see some type of pullback like this, it usually pulls back at least 50%. Right. So you come over here, grab your Fibonacci tool, Fibonacci retracement, right? And if we start at the most recent bottom, most recent top, right? You can see here, see where my mouse is at. This is the 50 line. What I usually notice is that it usually retraces at least to the 50 retracement line, right? At least 7 out of 10 times, right? Anytime there's some type of pullback, it at least comes back at least 50%, sometimes 70, sometimes 100, but there's always some type of pullback. And in this case, 50% would be down here at 2213. Right? So that's a possibility. If this support is broken, definitely a high possibility that's going to retrace at least halfway down to this next support area, which is about 50% retracement. Okay. So yeah, you can anticipate that as well. And in the case that it does come down for a sell, right, I would set my stop loss probably around here at 2352. 22, and then write it down. That's in the case that it's a sell. In the case that it's a buy, I would set my stop loss around 22.94, and then ride it up to this next resistance area where my mouse is at. Okay, so show you guys the two scenarios that can happen, so that you can see this a little bit better. Position. Right. So this is a possibility for a trade, right? That can happen. The market opens here in about a couple hours, right? About 3 hours. Market's going to open. So when market opens, if we see a bullish type of momentum start, right? This is definitely going to happen, right? And like I said, I would set my stop loss at the bottom of this support area, and then ride it all the way up back to this resistance, right? That's one possibility. Now, if when market opens, let me get rid of this, and we start to see bearish momentum, right, breaking this support area, then this could be a possibility. Okay, this sell position. If we do not head up right past this resistance, then this could be a possibility for a sell. Okay, but yeah, we just got to be patient, see what happens when market opens, and that will pretty much let us know the move that we're going to be making for the week. There should be some type of gap that's going to be formed, which will also let us know which way momentum the market is going. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all. Any questions, right? And then from here, from the daily, I just go down, right? I do the same exact thing on the 4 hour, the hour, the 15, and then on the minute is where I make my decision. Right? This is where I make my scalping decisions. On the bigger time frames are my longer term trades, but on the minute is where this is where I scalp. Right? So, same thing. Right? Same thing. Right. So we ask ourselves, which way is the market going? Right. It's always the same process. It's the same repetition. I get myself in the same process every single time I trade. Right. That repetition builds discipline, builds skill. So yeah, it's the same questions I ask myself on every time frame. Right. Which way is the market going? It's the trend of the market. So we can see here, price is starting in the top left, working its way to the bottom right, trying to see a little bit of reversal, right? So see this downtrend. Okay, so see this downtrend forming. This is the most recent structure break that we saw, right? So this sharp downtrend was forming. See where price is coming, bouncing off our trend line, coming down to a certain point, bouncing off our trend line, came up to our trend line, but something happens, right? And this is what I usually look for. This is really my strategy in a nutshell. I wait to see when the structure is broken, right? My trend line is broken, and then there's always some type of retest, right? So you see here, trend line was broken, came back, retested, retested again for a second time, retested a third time, right? So it was three different opportunities to get in for a buy, and then shot up, right? Now it's just floating, right? Pretty much consolidating. But yeah, so this is what I do, right? So you ask yourself, which way is the market going? We see our trend line, and then we ask ourselves, what zone are we in, right? What zone we are we in? How do we find our zone? Major reversal points, right? So we see here, come grab our circle. We have a major reversal point here. Here, there. Okay. So, like I said, you don't have to identify every major reversal point, but just enough to give you a general direction where what zone you're in. Okay. So now we grab our rectangle and our resistance is somewhere around here. And then support would be out here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just the general direction. All right, you can get a little bit tighter if you want, and then blow this up. Okay, so this is the zone that we're currently in after breaking this market structure. We retested. Now we bounced up from the bottom. Now we are in the zone, right? Where price is coming up to our resistance area, right? The top is always a resistance. This is representing the roof of your house. The bottom is a support representing the floor. So you see it starts from the floor, goes to the roof, come back, retested, retested, came back down, tested our support, came back up, tested our resistance, came back down, hit our support, and now, right, what do you think is going to happen from here? Just looking off the past, right, it's bouncing in between this zone, up and down, giving you so many opportunities to get sell, buy every time that it reaches the zone, right? So a good buy opportunity would have been here. Okay, so then the trade like this. Grab my position. All B, right? So this is what the current trade would have looked like if I would have saw this at the end of the market, right? But I don't trade on Fridays, but I would have saw this, and this is the trade that I would have got in for, right? Once it came back down to my support, I know this is a place where it usually bounces off at. So I get ready for my buys, right? Set my buy, set my stop loss around here, 23.34, and then drove this up back up to the resistance. Moved my stop loss up once I saw it break into this profit, right? And then we ride it out. Okay. So when market opens here in a couple hours, right? So if we see this shoot up towards our resistance, we know for the week we're probably going to start seeing some upward momentum, at least up to this resistance area, see what it does. If it does not turn around, and if it breaks this resistance, this will become our new support and our new area of resistance will be here. Okay, and you see why I did that? Because we have a major reversal point here, major reversal point here, another one right here. Okay. So in the case that it does go up, if it breaks this resistance area, then the next resistance area will be somewhere around here. Okay, before we see any type of reversal. Right. So yeah, I hope that you got this makes it a little bit more clear for you. If you need to rewatch this as many times as you need to, but once you figure out this basic skill, right? Just identifying basic market structure, your trend line, identifying both your zones, support and resistance. Then you basically can make an educated guess, right? It's 50-50. That's why I like trading is because it's not like gambling. There's so many possibilities, but it's just 50-50, right? Either it goes up or it's going to come down or it can go sideways. Um, yeah, it's 50-50 and everybody knows about the same. Nobody knows more than the next person because price can go anywhere that it wants. Nobody really knows, right? All you can do is make an educated guess by drawing up your own analysis. Maybe you may have some indicators that you use, right? Like this indicator that I use called SBA lets me know when to buy and sell, right, when I'm in my major zones. Or I also use bots to give me a little extra edge. But yeah, that's all we can really do, right? But once you learn this basic skill of identifying the trend line, identifying your zones, your support resistance, right? You can jump on any chart and make an educated guess. And then you can start to add on to learning candlesticks, learning how to use Fibonacci tool or other tools, right? Other tools that are in here. Okay, but yeah, this is just the basics, right? This is the basics get you started, get your reps up. I would keep doing this, right? Keep erasing your chart, doing this over and over and over again. Just like just like if you were trying to learn how to shoot, right? Shoot a basketball. You couldn't expect to get good at shooting a basketball if you only shoot once a week, right? For only 30 minutes to an hour. You can't expect to get in the game and then to be making all type of shots. Right? So same way with Forex. Only way that you can get good at Forex is by doing it over and over again, putting up the reps. And that's basically just jumping on here, drawing up on your chart, even if you're just using a demo right now. Right? And that's what I really suggest that you do at first. You use a demo so that you can get your reps up, blow a few accounts, take some crazy lot size trades, and yeah, get that all out your system so that you can get disciplined, get the reps up. Right, you want to build your skill, you want to build your discipline and your patience, and then jump on a live account and try to do that. Try to trade on your own, right? Trade your hard-earned money, or get a prop firm account where you're trading other people's money, okay, which is what I'm doing. So that's my plan for this week. I already got my prop firm account. I got my account funded, ready to go. Main market opens in about 2 hours, right? So if you're ready to go, you want my help, we'll walk you through the process of getting ready. Start profit, you can. I also have a bot that will trade for you. If you don't want to trade at all and you don't want to learn trading right now, that's cool. You can use my bot. It will trade for you on automation. Right? All you gotta do is turn it on, turn it off. Um, we gotta take you through the steps on how to install that to your MT4. Yeah, you can use that, right? You can use that while you learn. If you want to use that and learn with me, trade with me, you can. Okay. I'm gonna trade live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. That's when I'm gonna be trading inside of my Discord. So yeah, if you want to jump on that with me, you can. Right. So if we got any questions, but yeah, if you guys think of anything, just let me know. Let me know, and yeah, I'm here to help you. Right, I'm here to help you. So yeah, no got to get this laptop lifestyle. If you didn't know, now you know. I'm trying to grow like always said, make the rest of the best of it. I'll meet you at the top because that bottom is way too crowded. Let's go.